When people think about the VA loan, they think about their first new home or their dream home. But what if I told you you can actually make money with a VA loan? I did it and you can too. Stay tuned to find out just how this is possible. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Dr. Yeti, your favorite real estate agent. And if I'm not your favorite real estate agent yet, stay tuned and you'll see exactly why I'm your favorite real estate agent. But today I wanted to get into a very interesting topic that people might or might not be talking about already, and that is how you can utilize the VA loan as an investment property. What exactly is a VA loan exactly? So, not everyone qualifies for the VA loan. Let's kind of make this clear. Not everyone qualifies for the VA loan. So everyone that's watching this video, if you don't qualify, I'm so sorry. This is not for you. So what makes you qualified? The main thing that makes you qualify for a VA loan is if you are a service member in the U.S. Uniformed Services. So if you are in the Army, the Navy, the Marines, including so all of the military services, but also including the uniformed services like the United States Public Health Service, the U.S. Coast Guard, and even more that you might or might not be aware of. So if you're a service member or if you are an eligible spouse of a deceased service member, you can qualify for the VA loan. So what are the highlights of a VA loan? What makes a VA loan so special? Anyone who is aware of what a VA loan is, even just slightly, is aware that the VA loan allows you to purchase a home with no money down. That is, if you are fully qualified for the VA loan, you can get full eligibility with the VA loan. There's no money down. There is no private mortgage insurance required, meaning your mortgage payments is a lot less than if you did have if you did have a conventional loan or any other form of loans. You have a limited closing cost. So the seller can't come up to you and say that you must buy this house with $50,000 in closing costs if you're not eligible for $50,000 in closing costs, because the VA puts a limit on how much you must pay for the closing costs. And the last but not the least most important aspect of VA loan that not everyone is aware of is that the VA loan is a lifetime guarantee. The VA loan is a lifetime guarantee. What does that mean? This means that you can purchase a home with a VA loan right now. This home can be your home, and then you can decide you want to buy another home the following year with a VA loan. And if you qualify and if you are within the limits, you might be able to have that home fully covered with the VA loan or partially covered with the VA loan. I'll get into that a little bit further. But the most important aspect about all of this is that it can be used multiple times. So this is the most important aspect of this topic, which is that it can be used multiple times. Now, another interesting thing or great thing about the VA loan that I didn't mention is that you have competitive interest rates, right? So typically the interest rates are a little bit lower than what the current market is. Also, you have no prepayment penalty. So at the end of your mortgage, let's say you are able to afford the remainder of your mortgage. Let's say you have $200,000 left in your mortgage. And let's say you have $250,000 in your bank account right now. You choose, you know what, I want to pay off the rest of my mortgage. You can pay off the rest of your mortgage with no penalty added, because a lot of mortgages have a prepayment penalty added to it, stating that if you pay this mortgage before it is due within that 30-year, 15-year, whatever year period that you have to pay this mortgage, then you will owe such and such amount. But the VA loan does not cause that. Okay, you can pay your mortgage off whenever you feel like it. So now let's get into the meat and bones of this topic. How exactly can I make money with my VA loan? Let's get into it. And the way to do it is by renting your property. If you have a VA loan and you purchased a property with a VA loan, you're able to rent the property. But Dr. Yeti, how exactly am I supposed to buy another property and rent one of them out if the VA loan only allows me to purchase property that is my primary residence? Let's get into it. I promise you, it's going to be a lot more simpler than you think. Okay. So the first thing is there's so many different ways, and I'm going to break it down to you. VA loan allows you to get a single family residence. When you buy the single family residence, you can buy a 4-bedroom house, and you are allowed, even if it's your primary residence, you are allowed to rent out individual rooms. So you can have roommates in the property and you can rent individual rooms out. And then after 1 year, because the VA says that you have to make this property your primary residence for 12 months, aka 1 year. After a year, you are free to lease the entire property out. So if you currently want to make money while you're living in the house for 12 months, you can rent each individual room out, make money that way, even pay the mortgage that way while you're living in the house. And then after that, you can rent out the entire property for people to move in. Does that make sense? Right? So you live in the house for 12 months. While you're living in the house, you rent out individual rooms. While you rent out individual rooms, after the 12 months is up, right? You can move out, either rent out individual rooms in the house or rent out the entire house, and you don't have to live there. And that is allowed with the VA loan. Second option, right, which is I think the most important option, is you can purchase not just a single family property with the VA loan. You can purchase a single family property, you can purchase a duplex, you can purchase a triplex, and you can purchase up to a quadruplex, meaning you can purchase 4 units at one time with a VA loan. Not many people are aware of that, because when they purchase a home, they're thinking about their dream home. They're thinking about the home that they want to live in forever. But if you're thinking with an investor's mindset, you will know that you are qualified with a VA loan to purchase a property with multiple units in it. Up to 4 units. 5 or more is considered a commercial property. But when you purchase a duplex, a triplex, a quadruplex, you do the same exact thing that you would do with the single family home, except this time you have your own private unit that you're living in with your kitchen and everything in it. So you can purchase the home, the multifamily home, and rent out each individual room. And when you do that, your mortgage is most likely going to be paid for, and you might have some profit on top of it. Okay, so that is the major way that you can purchase a VA loan property and make income afterwards. Now, another way that you can purchase a VA loan property and rent it out is with knowledge and utilization of your VA entitlements. So there are 2 types of entitlements with the VA loan. There is the full entitlement, and then there's the partial entitlement. A full entitlement is, the VA loan, you qualify 100% for the VA loan. You purchase a property, whether it's a single family home or a multi-family home, you purchase a property with a VA loan, right? You live in the property for a couple of months, for a year, whatever the case is, but then you choose to purchase another property with the VA loan. Now, if you choose to purchase another property with a VA loan, then your full eligibility turns into a partial eligibility for the next property that you purchase. So there is no limit on how much you can purchase with a VA loan. That's only if you qualify for that property. If you can't afford that house the VA loan will pay for it. So let's say you can afford $1 million house, the VA loan will cover that $1 million house, right? No problems, no issues whatsoever. There is no limit on the full entitlement of the VA loan. Now, if you have that $1 million home and then you choose to buy another home, then you would have a partial entitlement. Now, this is county based. This is based on the county that you live in. They have eligibility limits, right? So if the limit in your neighborhood, in your county, is $750,000 worth of property that you can buy, that means the first property that you buy, let's say the first property that you buy is $300,000. Then you have $450,000 left over with that partial eligibility to purchase a second property. Okay? Does that make sense? I'm going to rehash it again, okay? If it doesn't make sense, let me make it clear. With a full entitlement for the VA loan, you can purchase any property that you want to purchase based on your eligibility to afford that property. If you can afford that property, the VA loan will cover that property 100%. Now, if you choose to buy a second property after a year of living in that primary residence, if you choose to purchase a second property, you will then switch over to a partial entitlement on that aspect, because now there is a limit on how much you're able to buy, right? So if you purchase $1 million home and the eligibility for that county is $750,000, you're not going to be able to use a VA loan on a second property because you've already used it all on that first property. And I'm going to talk about what you can do with that. You can still, there's still a way to get out of that. So I'll let you know moving forward. Just be patient, okay? So let's say you didn't use all of your limit for your VA loan, right? And you only used $300,000 for the first property, and now you're looking for a second property. The limit that the VA will allow you, regardless of how much you qualify to purchase, will be $450,000. And this is just an example. Okay, this is county based. The limit could be $600,000 in another county. It could be $550,000 in another county, but I'm just using $750 as an example. Okay, so now if you get the second property, just know that if you want the VA to cover this property 100%, you will have to have the property be $450,000 or less. Now, you can purchase a property more than $450,000. That's not a problem. Let's say you find a property that's $500,000. You can do that. The only thing is now you kind of move over in the area of you would need to make a down payment on that property because it exceeds the limit that VA allows. Okay, so now you can purchase whatever you want to purchase as long as the VA covers it. Now, if the VA doesn't cover it, that's where you start to veer in the area of making down payments, okay? And then you would have to kind of weigh your options to see if the VA loan is something that you want to do or if the conventional loan is something that you want to do. So now I mentioned that I just mentioned earlier about that if you had a property, you've used up all of your VA loan already, there's another way out. There's another way out. But this is even more limited for people. Not everyone that qualifies for a VA loan can qualify for this. And this is the VA Streamline, also known as the IRRRL or IRRRL, or the VA Interest Rate Reduction Refinance, oh my gosh, loan. It's such a mouthful. Okay, let me say it again. It's the IRRRL, okay, aka the IRRRL. So it's 3 R's. And this is the Interest Rate Reduction Refinance loan. So this is a refinance program with the VA. So if you already have the VA loan and you are active duty, you have to be active duty to qualify for this. If you're an active duty serviceman or woman, you qualify for the VA IRRRL or VA EARL or VA Streamline, whatever you want to call it. And what this does is it allows you to refinance your loan, right? And when you refinance it, it allows, not only does it allow you to be able to purchase another home, it reduces your interest rate, it reduces your mortgage payments, and it allows you to rent that property out. There's a reason behind it. So, I mean, let me give you a reason. So basically, if you are a service member and you are stationed somewhere, you buy a home there, and then you get deployed somewhere else, and then you're stationed somewhere else now, and you decide that you want to purchase another home, you don't have to sell that first home anymore, because with the VA Streamline, you are able to rent that house out. The mortgage rate will be reduced, and interest rates will be also reduced as well. Now, if you do the VA EARL, it's amazing because now you can rent this property out and you're eligible to purchase a whole new property in a whole different state with no limits at all. None whatsoever. Okay? It's literally like you're getting a second VA loan, like brand new VA loan. Plus the first property, you're paying less on it, less interest rate, and you can rent it out. Okay, so now you have a primary home. Now, there are some eligibility requirements on this. You have to have at least 6 months of consecutive payments and a few other things. And I will have in the link in the description everything that I talked about, information on how to get this information. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you watching this far. If you would like to learn more about the VA loan or how to rent a house, buy a house, whatever the case is, please click the link in the description below to schedule a consultation for free with your girl, Dr. Yeti, or just watch my videos. I'm going to start posting a lot more, so stay tuned for more informational videos and comment down below what more you want me to talk about. If you want me to expound on something that I spoke on in this video, let me know in the comments. Or if there's something specific you want to know about buying, selling, renting, let me know in the comments below. I would love to share my thoughts and research to you guys, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. And remember, God loves you even more. Bye.